Right, let's see. Music. That's the thing I want to do. Yeah, how to write characteristic data cache, this object. It consists of vectors. What is this one pointing to? I think that's the actual pointer. Cannot do anything with that. Cannot read it, I mean. I can write it though. I just have no good support for all of this, right? I think I only have one example here. But, I'll think about it. It is at the bottom. This is the only example that I have with a pointer, and it isn't even a vector. So what that does is it initializes the pointer by, if you were writing to whatever comes in. Hey bear, how are you? Well, yeah, I would allocate something new, which then is moved to the get user pointer, which I could set, but yeah, I'm not going to do that. Not going to do that, so that means, I guess, that yeah, this is just a text stream. Nevertheless, I think that maybe that's still the way I have to do it. Pretend I have a vector that I can write. And then, I mean, read and write from, but then only do it when I'm writing. So dereference the pointer, and then I have a oops, yeah, that's a const vector. Well, that won't compile. So what do you think, Bear? Shall I rewrite my XML library? Because, I don't know, it's been written only, well, only 7 years ago. More if you look at this. 9 years ago, and it's totally not up to my standards, as in C++20. Kind of logical, I guess. There's no concepts and stuff like that. So it's a bit, yeah. I would do it differently, ish. Yeah, that's if it works, I wouldn't touch it. Yeah. Unfortunately, it doesn't quite work. And that's the whole point. I mean, what works works, but it doesn't support things very smoothly. If I could rewrite it from scratch, then I'm sure that I would get something that is much, much more useful. Good questions. It would take me much too long. Yeah. I mean, it depends. As a perfectionist, I could easily put a month into it. But yeah, I think between 2 weeks and a month. And enjoy, yeah, no, not really, because I have the feeling that I have so little time left ish in my life that sad, but that's how I feel. I don't have time to really. I just want to do the Vulkan thing, so probably shouldn't do it. But I hate it. I hate to have a repository on my GitHub that I'm not satisfied with. That could be better. Yeah, and Anonymous, how are you? Yeah, I was doing a quick look at the container. So we have children and children stream. This function uses read from stream, write to stream. And then I have to read and write to O streams myself. I don't like that idea. It's not going to work. What I should have is, at the very least, I think, is a serialize extension. I have now child serialize, and that's it. And yeah, I mean, I added child serialize, so I think I should add children serialize as well. Feels like the thing that I need here. So I also have child stream. I think so anyway, yeah. So we have child stream, and child serialize now. That one is new then. Do the same thing then I can do for I'm gonna move this up. I think child should be above the stream ones. Text stream. Well, so now we have child stream, and child serialize. Let's move that one as well up wherever it is. Okay, that's confusing. Oh, here's the other child. Huh? What? Child text stream. I have a load of child things. What is the difference? This just writes to an object. This just writes to an, if you just pass something, it needs to have an XML thing. And maybe I shouldn't do the whole serialize thing now I think about it, because I might already detect that. What was I thinking? I was thinking about it today, and I thought, if it has an XML member function, I should call that And if it doesn't, then I should just call the serialize. Why not? And then if both exist, yeah, that should never happen actually. But then in that case, I guess I should probably still call the member function. I don't understand this order here. Child. Okay, let's grab them all. So underscore or parenthesis open. And now we have derived child. Read or write a child element using child underscore XML. What the hell? You know those YouTube shorts with this the Asian guy that makes fun of Asians? Or fun, it's just humoristic. He plays himself, or he plays an Asian and an Asian parent. And then he does sketches like that, you know, Asian parents would have very high demands for the children. Oh, it's so really, it is so funny. Today he had a absolute genius one. So his parent goes off against his son again, and he's like, yeah, of course he cannot repeat this from memory, but I don't know, probably son is complaining about something of saying anything. You know, it doesn't even matter what he does. And then the dad goes like, you know, take an example of your cousin Timmy. He has 15 years experience and he's 9. And the son says, how is that possible? Well, he has 5 jobs. He does Google internal. He helped NASA to land a paperclip on the sun. It's absolutely brilliant. He goes on like that, you know. Yeah, I'm gonna look this one up. You have to see it. Really, it's so funny. YouTube. Cool. I think the title is something like, yeah, something with Asian in it at the very least, and cousin, I think. Comparison, maybe. Yeah, this one. He is brilliant. He's absolutely brilliant. Yeah, watch this. Just leave my stream and watch this. It's hilarious. It's hilarious. Oh, I have to watch it again. I'm gonna watch it here, otherwise maybe copyright stuff. I don't know what YouTube does if I play another YouTube. Timmy, Timmy learned calculus from the back of milk cartons. Really, please watch that. Watch it. Oh, it's so good. So he's probably not very athletic then. What the hell? Timmy is the captain of a soccer team. He goes on, what? They had to play at a 150-degree sun with barefoot in the snow. Yeah. Yeah. Well, close the window. I'm gonna go coding again. He's very funny. This one of the more funniest one, I think. He has 15 years of work experience. He's 9. Where's another one as well? I saw that also today. How neighbors... What was it good? Anyway, something about... well... How is that even possible? He has 5 jobs at the same time. That's how it is possible. There's another one where it goes like, oh, you're moving in. He's also playing 2 people at the same time. Yes, we are moving in because of the new job of my son. Oh, what is he? He's a neuro... But it's just neuroscientist, something like that. So you're the most highest paid, the most difficult job there is. So then you see one of them being silent for 2 seconds, and then it says, how old is he? 9. It's also 9. Yes, 5 degrees. No, that was himself, I think. Oh, okay. You have to watch him. It's very funny, this guy. And suddenly they switched to being poor. I don't know why. First it is like, when they talk about their son, parents among each other talking about their offspring, they make them appear extremely good. Like he was talking about his cousin, Timmy. And then they talk about themselves. And also they're like bragging by not having anything. So the neighbor says, we don't even have a dishwasher. And the other one says, what the hell is a dishwasher? Ja, geweldig. Absolutely brilliant. Sorry. Okay, let's write this child's thing here. My child is also 9. The drive trials. Nobody understands what that is. I'm gonna ignore it, I guess. Yeah, serialize. Why not do the serialize thing? Oh no! Oh, I need the serialize thing because I have to pass a name here. So this one doesn't have a name. So I can hardly call child serialize from child. Yeah, Hans, yes. And hi, LGL. Yeah. He learned how to play Mozart by listening to McDonald's. You don't make that up. Okay, let's keep the serialized thing because it needs to arguments. Then I'm going to add a children thing. Also serialize. So we have stream now, and I'm going to add children serialize. Yeah. Does the thing have the same arguments as the stream one? Stream child. If so, I'm gonna put it below the serialize one. Stream one, I mean. Oh my god. I could also add a... Yeah, there are a few people on YouTube that do really good comedy. Also like this young guy who is doing sketches where he also plays with himself, like he's playing multiple characters. And then one of them is usually getting very sweaty in his face. He's probably spraying himself with water. I don't think he's that funny anymore because it's almost the same thing, always the same thing, exactly the sweaty face thing. But well, when you see it for the first time, it's pretty original and pretty good. Sometimes funny, yeah. the program I'm writing in, well, the window you mean? The window is just, yeah, terminal. And the program I'm running is the editor. New Vim. In what else can you program in than in an editor? Got to write your code, and that's done in an editor. Yeah, but okay, now I'm almost starting to rewrite this. I shouldn't. So I reordered a few things, but let's concentrate on just adding this thing. I'm not even going to add comments. Or. Yeah, no, I'm not. So, and I don't know, man. Here, okay. Yeah, that's good. Name, yeah. We need a name, so these are the correct arguments. Children stream, let's put it below that one. That's at the bottom. And beats me, but I don't think we have to repeat or even are allowed to repeat the default values. So let's remove those, and then of course I need to add the bridge. And then I can implement it, and oh horror, it's just a copy of this thing, but then a little bit different. No, not a little bit different. It's just pretty different. But man, this is difficult. What is this doing? I'm running over stuff. Yeah. I guess that's the same. And then something here. And then we get else, and we need a depth, I suppose. I don't know what the try is for, but let's repeat it as well. And then I keep track of the index if it is an array. This is then my container, and the rest is a bit again dubious. So let's repeat this. Yeah, now I'll have to add this, so I guess that is the same thing. Next child, what's the next child doing? No child left, okay. Close child. Yeah. So I can compare children stream with child stream. And then we should recognize the part that I now use the ... for. And I use ... for this these 3 lines here. And there is a call to write to stream and write child stream. Well, let's have a look at child stream. Just use text stream. Right, well, okay, then it uses text stream. But it still sounds like a stream. Yeah, but it is a stream. That's the whole point, of course. So text stream is doing it. So if writing, write to stream, write child stream. That's what it is doing, including the open child. So these 3 things here, these 3 lines, write to stream and then write child stream. Okay. If writing is true, that's being done here. So that's being done between open and closed child. For child stream. And then children stream does the open child itself. And then these 3 lines. And then simply inside a for loop. It is that simple. And then a close here. So what I should do here is then whatever is being done between the open and closed child, when we call children child serialize, I mean. Child serialize, so I steal from there and that's just a call to serialize. Undo, redo. And then we have a name here and a name here. What the hell? Yeah, Post Bunny, I have to admit, or no, I have to. What is the word? Opbiechten. I don't know, English. I didn't go to bed again yesterday. And it got later, so then I decided to skip the night again. And then I got extremely tired at certain moments during the day. And now I don't feel sleepy. It's some weird. To go. I started streaming at 10 p.m. so I'm not stopping yet. What is this with pausing name twice? Yeah, open child is called without pausing a name. What is the difference between the two? See, that's why I need a rewrite of this stuff. I don't even understand anymore how it works. So I cannot maintain it. Okay, now I'm sleepy again. I just feel it's a bit too early. I just want to go to bed, but at a normal time, let's say 1 a.m., really in bed. I could be in bed at midnight, but yeah. I mean, what is the difference between open child and with and without name? Apparently these two calls. State get element. I have so no idea what this all is doing. It's not even used in RightBridge. Nope, don't get it. Or I'm not getting it. Oh, we are in the inside RightBridge now. So is there an open child in RightBridge? Yeah, here. Ah. So I understand about as much of this as anyone who's watching. Nothing. So I'm just basically hoping that if I just keep looking, that it slowly assembles in my mind, and that at some point I will start understanding bits and pieces. Some people call that meditation, I guess. So just meditating on the emptying your mind. Empty your mind, and then don't try to understand it, just let your subconscious do all the work. Yeah, I still would like to use open child with a name. I don't know why, but that's what my subconscious tells me that I want to do. Probably because I'm passing a name. But then, as you can see, after that we don't pass a name. Yeah. So there's a kind of a pattern here. We have something with a name, so I open the child passing the name, and then we don't pass the name here. Ish, right? Same thing here, I guess. This is reading, still open child name, and then there's no talking about names here anymore. It looks like a pattern. And now I'm writing children serialize, and I want to pass a name, I guess, so I have the name here. And then it's like, why am I passing a name to serialize? Looks like I don't want to do that, but we already have child serialize, and that does do that. And I tried passing it here as a name and then not using name in serialize, I guess. Just I could ignore it for now. But if you look at a serialize, which we cannot find for some reason. What? Why? C tags. Let's go to debug, DPS, serialize. Yeah, got busy off stream. I added a lot of stuff. So all these serializers take an element name, which then subsequently are passed to a node name, which, yeah. So you would think if I do not pass an element name here, then I should not call node name. But node name is the one that tests if the parent is half open and then adds the closing angle bracket during writing anyway. So if I do not call node name, then something goes horribly wrong. I can imagine that I just have to write this like really, literally like that. And that happens in how many places? It happens in node name. Okay, that was one. It also happens in write child stream. And enclosed child. Okay, that's just the case where there's absolutely nothing in it. Well, this is the case where there's nothing in it. This is in the case that it wasn't closed yet, I guess. Oh wait, that's this one belongs to that, so it's not really closing anything. Well, it is. but it's closing it's just a closing tag. It's not closing the half open thing. So closing the half open thing happens here, node name, and in write child stream. Okay, and write child stream is simply writing the whole element as a string. I don't see the element here. Oh, here. Oh, that's debug output. There. Well, maybe first everything is written to a string stream. Let's say I have a vector of vectors, so then that's going to be a huge thing with a lot of new lines. But I could do that, I guess. Just write to a string stream, and then when I have everything in a string, then I can call this, which then takes care of the closing stuff and everything. But I'm not really happy with it. Who is calling write child stream? Yeah, child is calling it. This is like literally how it should be done. Here you can see how it should be done. Name is passed to open child. And then I guess this is just written as is to a stream. Which stream? A stream, any stream, some stream, MOS or something like that. I guess it was called. Maybe this is just a specialization. Wow, documentation. Maybe this is what tells me what happens. The open child / closed child is pair is called around a calls to type XML bridge. And invoking bridge child T. And the whole series of calls to TXML bridge when invoking bridge children container. The open child name, blah blah, is called around calls to write child stream string and read child stream. And invoking bridge called to child stream. This series open child name. Next child, next child, close child are called around calls to write child stream string, read child stream, blah blah blah. And writing calls to next child are omitted. So it kind of looks also like a container inside a container inside a container. I have a product, and inside the product is a catalog item, and then another catalog item. And inside a catalog item we have, well, an item and a price, but then we get multiple sizes, and inside each size there are multiple color swatches. So if I just look at the tags, I see product, catalog item, size, color swatch. Product. And I guess items then is the as a vector. Okay, product catalog item, yeah. It's just a node name of a catalog item. Then we call children on M sizes. Which is a node name of size. It calls M color swatches, which is a node name of color swatch. So everything happens with the call to node name at the top of a call to XML. And now I want to replace this with the specialized serialize function, specialized for color swatching. We also pass a name. And then I can do that. The difference is that now I have to pass the name to the serialize function. Well, here it is part of it. Or is it? Why do I have to pass it to it? Oh, I'm getting it. Yeah. Yeah, I think a few days ago I was confused. I thought that that the tag name identifies the instantiation, the object itself, but it doesn't. It just explains what the structure is of that type, and the instance is determined by the order. So I thought I cannot do it inside, let's say, color swatch. I cannot specify the name inside color swatch because I might have multiple color swatches. But that doesn't matter. It just says this is a color swatch. And then which color swatch? Well, the order in which they appear. So I think I'm going to begin with changing the code that I wrote yesterday and the day before, by removing serialize, the name from serialize. Now we see that serialize is only occurring here, although that is inside Vulkan projects. But okay, we can begin here. Let me first commit everything, I think. Mr. D, how are you? Git status. Probably better if I first commit everything I have now. I just have to tell this. Did you know? So off stream, I think this I don't know. yeah, I skipped the night, so I didn't go to bed. I just continued coding, but off stream. And a lot of this coding is I was helped with, because it wasn't 100% perfect, but it got pretty close. But I was helped with this by ChatGPT. I gave it one example. I said, "Are you familiar with the Vulkan specs 1.2, 1.3?" And it said, "Sure, blah 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 blah." Okay, stop generating. And it said, "Well, then, so it knew all the members. So if I give it a type, I give it this type, and then ChatGPT knows all the members. So I thought, I give you this type, and then I want you to generate that." And I could do that, because just giving the type, it knew what the members are. I think this one was generated by ChatGPT. So this whole block is generated by ChatGPT because I gave it just that, just this type. Yeah, well, I also had a conversation with it about mathematics again, just to try how it is. And that was horrible again. Absolute horrible. It has no clue whatsoever. So I stand with my standpoint that ChatGPT is not having any understanding, no awareness, obviously, no memory, no emotions. It's just a tool, and it can get it wrong, but it formulates everything as if it knows. But sometimes it just works, and then if you do a repetitive task like this, and it gets it right once, then it gets it right a lot of times. So that saved me from jumping between the files a lot. You just get a layout, and then I just had to check. I still did check it a little bit, but overall, actually, I didn't run this code yet. It compiles. That's it. But yeah, it's probably correct. I hope. So now what I want to do is remove element name from everything. So that has to go. Let me just do that file wide. Substitute that with just that. Now we have to escape this. Yep, now we have no more element name. And that means I have to now manually give all the element names. So I guess I'll just call this shader module and so on. Or shall I just use the type? Probably makes more sense. At least for this one. I'm going to use here shader model because it's just a hack. But this then would really serialize that type, so might as well use that. Yeah, and so on. Wait a minute. Let's substitute the whole thing with just two quotes. And then I can put here the type. No, that was it, I guess. Okay, so there's no longer a name here. And no longer a name here. Which is what I wanted. For some reason I cannot find where it's being called. Oh, it's here. This is where it's being called. Did I just change that? Because now we have... I think I added a name here, right? Today, this evening. So now I'm adding a name here and I'm removing it here. But that should work because, yeah. It should work. No, I'm still having two names. I guess I don't need to pass a name here then. Don't need to pass a name here as well, right? Just serialize. Now I have to find where that is being called. Right. Well, yeah, I can remove it here. Cool. So this now gives the exact name of a member variable. Because I thought, well, there could be multiple member variables with the same type, and then you know, same label, but that's allowed in XML. You can just have the same label. I'm just hesitant about these two. How would that work? I cannot remember having typed front a second ago. Pretty sure I didn't. So it's about the type of front and back, which are stencil op state, which is, it's just another struct. Yeah, okay, now I'm getting it. So yeah, I can remove all those names. Let's do that in one step then. So all the XML child streams, quote, anything but a quote, any number of times, followed by a quote, followed by a comma, I guess, always, followed by any number of spaces, is replaced with just that. And then, that feels so wrong, and that is wrong. Just serialize must be changed. Yeah, I must do this. Okay, so I removed all the names from the child serialize calls now. Without first committing, I suddenly realize. But I think that I'm doing the right thing, so, well. None of the serialized stuff has names anymore. They'll just use the type. At weird points, the signature becomes the same as child. So now I don't even need child serialize anymore. I can just use child, which I think is much better. But okay, let's first finish this one. So instead of child serialize, I can just use this function and then say if if cons expression something, do that, else do that. Then we can remove this, and then what the cons expression must test here is if object has an XML function. I'm pretty sure I already wrote that before and then changed it back, but I think I kept the concept. I think I commented it out in case I ever would need it again. But I don't see it now. At least. How would I have called that? I would say has XML or something like that. Oh, it's there. I didn't comment it out at all. Yeah, it's not being used.
So has XML is simply a boolean, and then you can pass a t. So the type t, which is a type of object, has an XML member function that you can call by passing a bridge reference. Then we do this. Otherwise, I call serialize. Which means that now I do not need a child serialize anymore. That can become... You see how the meditation paid off? I'm like, I have no idea what I'm doing, and then suddenly I can start coding. I think it's awesome how that works. Right, so... what was I doing? That's I don't think it compiles, but let's try. Yeah, still have dots in it. Anyway, this whole thing now becomes easier because now I also don't need children serialize anymore. So we can just remove this, I think. Instead, we can do the same thing here. No, not here. I can just use children. Container value type. That's a value type. Take like that. And I guess the same thing here. Invalid use of member function XML in a characteristic data cache. Hello A4. I think A4 is coming here to tell me that it's bedtime. What a lot of errors suddenly. Valid use of member function. It just doesn't work like that. No, that was a previous one. The valid use of incomplete class XML bridge. FlatCreateInfo.h. Boss Bunny is completely crazy. She thinks that unrelated things are related. I am having compile errors the whole day long. And then someone joins chat. And then I have a compile error. So then the compiler is caused by the person that just joined. Yeah, I think people join and leave non-stop. So they are causing all my compile errors. XML bridge .h. No, and then I forget again what I was doing. Is it now Alzheimer or not? It's really weird. I simply cannot program while I'm chatting or even looking at the chat, even shortly. I think it's coincidence. Yeah, totally 100% coincidence. And I've really forgot what I was doing. Okay, I'm having problems with XML. Is it not just... I need to add a header. I don't know. Where shall I add the header? Include XML bridge.h. Doom White says, I'm starting to learn C++. So what are you doing here then? Go learn. So I can use CXX later. Any tips for learning C++? Yeah, I mean, get that editor out. I recommend Vim, NeoVim. And start typing your first program. And then never stop. That's how you learn it. Hard work, blood, sweat and tears. Well, the characters are not really necessary. I am never randomly recommended. Ask Post Bunny. There is no such thing as randomly. All those beginners who are aspiring to learn C++, they should not watch my channel. It's very demotivating for most people. Like, they look at me working and then they say, "Is this C++? Okay, let's learn JavaScript." But you have to start at the beginning, you know. You have to start with just a tiny little bit, and then every time a little bit more. That's how it works. You think these compile errors are bad? Okay, I'm just sleepy. I should go to bed. Dependent name, blah blah blah. I don't even need to read the rest. Type name. I have another one here. I told that before during the stream. Oops. If you have a type inside a template, it depends on the template parameter, you need to put type name in front of it, because you have to tell the compiler that it is a type. Here that is not needed because there's no type. I mean, T is a type, but there's no double colon here behind it with a type. But here we use value type, and value type is value type a type? The compiler doesn't know that it is a type. It only ends on underscore type, but that's not what the compiler looks like. Male, female. No, let's try make two. Amke, how are you doing? Eh? Okay, this compiles. Clearly there's no errors anymore. Oh, wait. Blah, blah, blah. Where are we? In instantiation of required from here. Conversion from iterator to non-scalar type requested. Iterator vk pipeline shader stage create info pointer to non-scalar type normal iterator. A const disappeared. Yeah, and that's not allowed. Now this must be a non-const iterator because we are writing to it. So apparently I'm passing a const container. So we need last required from here. Doesn't look like a const container at all. What's going on? I mean, it's a write access lock. So that should be a non-const reference. But maybe the problem is that I'm trying to write this. I'm trying to write this. So I'm passing a const vector here. I don't. Oh, I looked at the last required. I should have looked at the first required from. Yeah, if I want to use XML children, then I'll have to constcast this. I mean, I'm writing, so I know that I'm not really. The constcasts are super evil. So what I really should do probably is make a copy, and then just call this, and then it either reads or writes it, and if it reads it, it fills it. But then I throw the vector away anyway. So I'm gonna do a constcast here. Get rid of the const. Unless, is there not a way around this? Oh, why am I suddenly here? Yeah, whatever. But the first required, that was it. Required from here, so I should have looked there. Okay, let's do that after the following. Compile error. Yeah, this is the first required from, and I forgot why I wanted to edit it again. I just said it. Anyone heard what I said? Why did I want to edit this again? Oh, I want to check if there is another way. So the call to children, if writing, that's a whole loop. So okay, so I could do this then myself. No, then I have to open call open child first, and close it again afterwards, I guess. Nah, that would be too stuff. Why on earth do I get libxml blah 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 no such file directory? Because I'm not linking with that, and I'm not doing that because it's the first time I tried to use it. Huh? Pretty sure I compiled this before, several times. That's weird. XML. But there is no include directory for XML here, and the output is shader builder object lib there. Oh, that it looks like an object lib. Don't tell me that shader builder has its own. And why shader builder? Shader resource declaration context. Oh, because I'm oh yeah, okay. I probably should not do that. Including this header requires linking with something. I mean, adding it to the target link libraries, and that would be a bit silly to do that for everything that includes this header. for like that thing here. So I do not want to do this include from there, which actually means I don't want to include bridge.h in CreateInfo. But I needed that because I have implemented this here in inline. Yeah. Wait, isn't it so that I have a FlatCreateInfo.inline.h? Vaguely I remember something like that. Yeah, we do. So that would be the solution then, I guess. I just move it to the dot inline. So, oops. So I just declare the function here. And then I need an XML bridge for declaration, but I don't need the header anymore. And then I have to find back where I just was. Yeah. Then that has to be moved to the inline function. I suppose I can put it anywhere, but at least before it is being used, I suppose. Where would it be used? Not in merge. And that's the only thing. I'll put it at the end. Right, and this was a member function of that, which was a template actually. Type name, I don't know anymore. Type name T, and then it's declared simply inside the current namespace as Vulkan. No, Vulkan pipeline. And that's where we are now, so this should work. Although I'm not sure anymore how to. Is it that not abnormal that I cannot suddenly not remember anymore how to declare template definitions? It's of course exactly the same as this one. So yeah, that's how it's done. Okay. I wasn't sure anymore. Scary. Yeah, and then sorry, I still need to add that header now. We'll add a header to this. Is that even going to help? Is that even going to help? Well, maybe not, but it was a good thing anyway. So it depends on which compilation units are including that inline function, inline header, I mean. Oh, you don't get an error about the header not being found. So now we have the include here. So the header is being found. But there is another problem. Error template class T struct Vulkan pipeline characteristic data cache used without template argument. So I did do it wrong. What the hell? What the hell? Yeah. Is it like this, or guys, I'm really scared here. Why can I forget something like that suddenly? Yeah, this one is not doing that. Well, FlatCreateInfo in FlatCreateInfo is not a template. Your cousin Timmy has 15 years work experience and he's 9. I don't think I do it. I do the accent very well, but I'm trying. Now you joined late, A4, but it's from a absolutely brilliant YouTube. I think this guy deserves that this one goes viral like hell. So I'm gonna copy the link, paste it again for you. You gotta watch that one. It is brilliant. I saw that one again. Books? You think Timmy is using books? He learned calculus from the back of a milk carton. That one is really, this guy deserves that this particular YouTube. That has to go viral, like 10 million views. It's been a long time I saw one that's that good. Undefined reference to what? To something is using this without including that inline. What is that something? Oh, this one, I guess. FlatCreateInfo.cxx must be the one. Nah, is that really true? How would that be possible? No, it's not including it. I'm going to include it here, even though it probably only needed, well, currently it's only needed for that one, but yeah, aren't we inside pipeline at the moment? That is inside pipeline. Flat create info dot inline dot h. Why does FlatCreateInfo.cxx not include FlatCreateInfo.h? I mean, it probably did through the inclusion of characteristic range.h then. How deep can you go? The rabbit hole goes very deep here. I think it just doesn't look very good. Let's include the header file as well. Although, yeah, it would be interesting to know who is including it. I kind of want to do the inline last, and I want to do the flat create info first because it is, well, it's its own .cxx. And that must be included first, so yeah. And then I added the bridge here. It probably should go down here officially. But then I have to repeat the if-diff. Okay, and then it's time to go to bed. Oh, or not. Where's my core dump? And it's a real core dump. Yes, Buzz Bunny. It sucks that I cannot go to bed because it doesn't work. Yeah, core dumping here because something is null, so we just go up. What is this? Inside STL vector. Let's go up again. That's my file. So container is like nobody knows what container is. So up. A const cast of m characteristic data, which is null. Why? Why is this null? Pipeline shader stage create info. Characteristic data cache. So I have a utils vector of utils vector containing characteristic info cache objects with a utils vector index category characteristic range that has a size of 3, but the first element is completely empty and has a null pointer. The next one is okay. The characteristic data is set. The next two are okay even. Yeah, I guess that's the basic characteristic range, which did not register anything. But the cache can still exist, so m characteristic data can be a null pointer, is my guess. Let's have a closer look. It's defined as a null pointer, but so it would only not be a null pointer if it is defined later on. Here it is being read, here it is being written. I guess here it's being set to some value. Here as well. All these. This looks interesting, so I'm actually comparing it with a null pointer. Yeah, so if it is a null pointer, then it's not an input vector. You would think I'd test that more often, somewhere. What about here? Assign vec pointer to the characteristic data and then we test it. And if it's null, we just completely ignore it. So I probably have to kind of assume that it doesn't exist if it is null, but I need to keep track of the index. So I have to treat this thing as an array, I think, and that just write as an array. Yeah. Nah. Theoretically, I'm not reading it anyway, but I should. We should know that there is an empty element, so I have to write something. And I should write a null pointer on that case, but I cannot do that because I'm writing just vectors. Boo. So I have to write something that shows me that there is nothing. How do you do that? I think that happens automatically. This writes something, but I have already this open. We have a tag open, so I don't have to write anything. The tag is open. I just close the tag and then we have nothing. Let's try this. So in the output we should see 3 characteristic range cache things, of which the first one is empty. Okay, it doesn't crash. No, that's what it does. So I have FlatCreateInfo. It's kind of weird though that it just dumps it here, right? 1, 2, 3, without wrapping the whole thing in something that shows that it is now doing characteristic data. So I think there's a tag missing. But okay, the first one is empty, and then we get something that contains something, and then we get another one that contains something. And then we get the rest. Most of which is just empty or default. Yeah, I want to. These 3 should be in their own within their own tag area, I guess. Now we have for the vertex stage we have this handle here, and the fragment change uses that handle. So apparently that's all the data we have. Seems a bit meager. But yeah, I'm gonna go to bed because it's getting too late now. Good night, everyone, and maybe I'll see you tomorrow then.